And the biggest joke of all was Sid would never have hooked up with a girl like Nancy unless I introduced.
Johnny Rotten, best known as the abrasive, anarchic voice of the Sex Pistols, has long been framed as the embodiment of chaos in music. Yet behind the confrontational exterior existed a listener with remarkably broad and discerning musical interests. His tastes were neither limited to punk, nor rooted solely in rebellion. Instead, they reflected a deep respect for artists who challenged convention and pursued creativity with absolute conviction. The musicians who influenced him most reveal a side of Rotten that is often overlooked, a thoughtful, curious artist drawn to innovation rather than comfort six. Captain Beefheart's unconventional blues arrived in Rotten's life at precisely the right moment. In the mid-1970s, when mainstream rock was becoming increasingly polished and predictable, Beefheart's jagged rhythms and disjointed vocals felt like a liberation. Rotten admired him not merely for sounding strange, but for refusing to compromise. Beefheart's career proved that originality could be a guiding principle rather than a marketing tactic. Elements of this influence later surfaced in Rotten's work with Public Image Ltd., where fractured melodies and unorthodox vocal delivery echoed Beefheart's commitment to artistic freedom. 5. Scott Walker. Scott Walker's evolution from pop idol to avant-garde visionary fascinated Rotten. In Walker, he saw an artist willing to abandon commercial security in pursuit of something deeper and more challenging. When Rotten first encountered Walker's solo records in 1976, he recognized a form of bravery far removed from punk's outward aggression, a creative courage rooted in reinvention. Walker's dark, textural compositions reinforced for Rotten the idea that artistic progress demands risk, discomfort, and the willingness to leave familiar audiences behind. 4. Perry Lee Scratch. Perry opened a different kind of door. Through Perry's groundbreaking dub experiments, Rotten discovered the studio as a laboratory of possibilities. Perry's mastery of echo, reverb, and spatial manipulation transformed sound into something fluid and unpredictable. This approach broadened Rotten's understanding of what music could be, not just performance, but environment. Perry's adventurous production methods encouraged Rotten to seek depth and atmosphere in his own recordings, trusting intuition rather than perfection. 3. Van der Graaf, Generator. The complexity of Van der Graaf Generator offered yet another revelation. Rotten connected with Peter Hamill's dramatic vocal presence, raw, theatrical, and intensely emotional. The band's ability to combine intricate musicianship with genuine urgency challenged Rotten's assumptions about structure and sophistication. Their music demonstrated that experimental ambition did not require sacrificing sincerity. This blend of intellect and emotion resonated with Rotten and subtly informed the expressive range he explored beyond his punk origins. 2. Neil Young. Neil Young represented artistic restlessness in its purest form. His work showed a refusal to stay still, shifting from folk to rock to raw emotional confession, with complete disregard for commercial expectations. Rotten admired Young's devotion to honesty over polish and to instinct over predictability. From Young, he absorbed an essential lesson. Creative longevity depends on constant movement, not repetition. 1. Nico Nico's stark, haunting music, especially her work on the Marble Index, affected Rotten more deeply than any other artist. Her uncompromising vision, shaped by emotional transparency and unsettling minimalism, embodied a form of authenticity he profoundly respected. Nico proved that the most enduring art often sits outside the boundaries of comfort, relying on vulnerability rather than mass appeal.